And I want to share this moment as an artist, more than just a guest of honor. So it's a really special moment to be an artist among his fellow artists. I am aware that this festival seeks to promote feminism, to celebrate femininity. Are we in the right place? Do we know why we are here? I'm glad we know why we are here. And we also know that this festival seeks to discuss gender issues through art. And this festival is a great platform to analytically discuss radical, critical issues. You know, art is a powerful tool for change. Art can drive us to dialogues, important dialogues that can bring social change. So when they say feminism, I was like, okay. Feminart festival, I was like, okay. But for me, I believe that feminism is simply humanism. Because before we are male, female, etc., we are human beings first. Does anyone believe that? Yes. We are all human beings, so we should be all able to meet on an equal footing. Is it possible to talk about this? Thank you. This festival will use art to advocate for equal rights, and we should all be excited to be a part of it. And this is the first in Malawi. And we're excited to be at the inaugural edition of Feminart, because we're making history today, and we are going to say, I was there when they first launched it. So you should all be proud of this. Can we clap hands for the organizing team, please? You know, many a times, we as artists complain about the government and the corporate world, about how they do not respond to our call for funds and any kind of support. But then when you sit down and look at something like this happening, without such kind of support, what would you think? It is possible. Shadrach said there was a time the team thought they were not ready to hold the festival. But he said, no, we will never be ready enough. Let's do it. And it's happening. And I also want to thank Mrs. Yamikani Chikoti for believing in this initiative. And I also pray that many organizations, even the government, will emulate this example and then support the festival in the coming years. This is what we should be doing, supporting each other. So Yamikani, thank you very much. You've not just supported Feminati, but you've supported a whole sector, the creative sector. So this is huge. A big clap for Yamikani, please. You know, as we complain about how we operate in the so unregulated industry. We complain about the absence of certain policies. And even in the presence of some of those policies, we still complain about how weak the implementation procedures are. So, you know, we can't stop complaining. We'll keep on complaining. But as we are complaining, can we do something? Like this is happening? It is possible. Tell your neighbor, it is possible. We just need to focus on the things that matter. Let's think outside the box. As we go to knock on those doors, the government, the corporate world, let's also have something in our box and say, okay, fine. If this is a very small box for me to fit in, why can't I build a bigger box? So let's build a bigger box. And I'm very excited to see the lineup. The lineup has young girls like Shamiso. You know, this is what we should be doing, involving these young ones in discussions like this. They say train them whilst young. So if we train these young ones, we are preparing them for a better tomorrow. Tomorrow they will not stand somewhere and give us problems. Because why? They were part and parcel of such important discussions that affect us all every day. So let's encourage our children, let's encourage each other to be part and parcel of such gatherings. In a very special way, I would also like to welcome our international guests. I know there is Titi, who is not yet here, Zukiswa, James, Elizabeth, and all the others that have come all the way to join us in this festival. We should be proud to say, okay, Malawi is hosting Africa. Let's clap hands for ourselves as Malawi. And you know, Malawi is blessed to have artists like Shadrach Chikoti. This is a personal note. You know, the way Shadrach pushes boundaries really inspires many of us in the industry. And his passion for feminism really challenges many of us. We have men that are actually committed to this cause. If we are saying we are all equal, before male and female, we are human beings first. And then we have men like Shadrach pushing. It means we are on the right track. There are lots of stuff going on in Malawi and also in Africa as a whole. But then you tend to think about it. There are still good people that are fighting for the cause of women and young girls. Feminism is not just about angry women, women who have nothing to do, or men that have nothing to do. It is a movement. And I believe that Feminart Arts and Book Festival is a great movement that has happened in Malawi. So we should be proud of ourselves. And in these 2 days, the lineup talks about book chats, film screenings, panel discussions. I am sure we are so excited to learn and unlearn certain things. And this, I'm sure, will make us think differently of certain things. So I would like to welcome you to Feminart Arts and Book Festival 2019. And I sure hope you can join us tomorrow at Madstock as well, so that we can finish together. We are all part of history. There are many artists in the audience that I see this morning. I feel your pain. There are many young women. I feel your pain. I stand with you. But what I'm saying is, when you see such things happening, it should give you hope that we can do more. It is no longer just about a man there. It is about everybody getting a share there. And by saying so, we are not saying, let's pull the men down. That's not our motive. But we are saying, let's not discriminate each other. Because I'm sure God has given us talents that we can prove that this world is better if all of us hold our hands together and fight for the same cause. Amen to that. Amen. Finally, I would like to appreciate the audience. You've spared your time to come here. When we called, you said, yes, we will be there. Thank you very much. This would not have been better enough if you were not in this room today. So please,
I hope you are looking forward to having a great time today and tomorrow. And without wasting much of your time, Shadrach said a lot of things already. I, Joyce Chavula, officially declare Feminart Arts and Book Festival 2019 open. Thank you.